How are you doing out there? Welcome to JadaRenee.com and welcome to my first blogger to blogger interview with Miss Jordan Briggs. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good. Thank you for interviewing with me today.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, so, let's go ahead and start at the basics. How did you first get into blogging? Was it an accident? Or was it something that you always kind of wanted to go into? Were you always interested in it?
Well, originally growing up, I really, really wanted to be a music journalist.
Yeah.
And with kind of like the change of, print publication and the whole dying of that entire industry,
Yeah.
blogging just seemed like, the best suitable alternative to get my work out there. And when my first internship was with a radio station, and I somehow ended up becoming in charge of the everyday blog for a morning show. And I absolutely loved it. I loved having to update it constantly. It was like an ever-changing thing. And then that's when I got into like Twitter, and then eventually got my own blog up and running.
Yeah, awesome. So definitely music is something that inspired you.
Sorry.
It's cool. We live in the city. It happens.
There's a fire department right down the street.
So like I was saying, so music is definitely a big inspiration for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I know you rep in two cities. I know what cities that you're repping, but let the people know what cities you're repping, where you're at, where you're from.
I'm originally from San Diego. I spent some time in LA growing up, and then I lived there for a couple years, going to like school and working at the radio stations. And I was a DJ for probably about like 6, 7 years. So I was like heavy in that whole circuit, and like trying to trying to be a DJ, which was the dumbest thing in the world. Now that I think about it, it was never gonna happen. But I loved the industry and music so much that it was any way to be a part of it. But writing is definitely a much better fit for me.
Definitely, I understand that. So, I mean, what are some of the dynamics about blogging across, I guess, the music between the cities? What's the differences between the music back there and the music that you got now in Chicago?
I mean, the Chicago scene is heavy. I mean, there's a lot of different crews. There's a lot of different people doing some really incredible things. San Diego is super low key and not intentionally, but I mean, they don't really have anybody that's ever come out of there that's been like, repping really hard for the city. So, um, I mean, I help out a lot of like friends that I have that are, rappers and singers and stuff like that, try to put them on, like Chicago blogs, give them a little bit of exposure.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of difficult. The scene there is just it's an up and coming one, but Chicago is, I mean, we're probably the biggest region in hip hop outside of New York right now.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's definitely crazy. I mean, you have to have like so much energy to be everywhere all the time because there's so many events happening.
Definitely, but I see that you're able to make it to a lot of events, and that's a good thing. Like, you're not just behind a computer, typing away at different things or just listening to an album or something and then trying to, drop knowledge on it, but you're actually going to events and stuff like
I'm
that.
heavy in these streets, girl.
I see,
I'm out
girl.
here.
You are out there. I've been following you. I see you. So
I get on my little bike and I'm just pedaling all over town trying to find the next thing to do.
That's what's up. See, in Chicago, you can do that though. There's plenty of stuff for you to like stay involved and stay connected. So that's good. So, what websites are you currently blogging for now?
Right now, I'm working with Elevator Magazine, which is an online publication. They're pretty much into like the Chicago underground scene, unsigned hype type thing. So that's a pretty cool movement to be a part of. They do, like a lot of music. Yeah, so I'm working with Elevator, and then I'm doing a piece for Ruby Hornet coming up shortly. They're a pretty big blog out here. I think actually nationwide, they're pretty popular. And then I'm a part of two different media collective groups where, we just freelance for a bunch of different like PR companies. We do branding for artists, a bunch of just random stuff, but all across the music scene. So it's pretty cool. It's busy, but it's cool.
That's awesome. So you kind of get to like incorporate a lot of your passions into many different things.
Yeah, it's pretty multifaceted. I think everybody that I'm involved with is really supportive and they're really like they just want to work. It's nice
Right.
being around people that want to work.
Absolutely. I could. Whew, girl, I feel you on that one.
Yeah,
That's rare.
it's
That's
tough.
rare.
It's tough.
Yes. All right. So, tell me, where you want to see your writing go within, say, the next year. You interested in doing music journalism for like the Tribune, or you want to stay, indie? I mean, what's up?
Ugh. Uh, I mean, the ultimate goal for sure is to be a part of a print publication. I mean, as hard as that's going to be. I mean, I would do online content too, but for
Mhm.
a big publication like the Vibes or the Double XL or the Rolling
Absolutely.
Stone, but those people are much older, and I mean, it takes time. So I think for now, it's just going to be building my personal brand.
Mhm.
Making good connections with people and networking my ass off.
Yeah.
Um, just building relationships with people. So, I mean, a lot of the jobs and things that I've gotten thus far have been just from word of mouth. I haven't interviewed for, a magazine or anything in years. It's all
Wow.
just like, oh, she could do this, she could do this, and like I've worked with her on this, and so, I
Mm.
mean, I'm pretty sure majority of this industry is just building like good relationships. So
Yeah.
hopefully, I don't even know. Hopefully, I would like to be an editor, and an assistant editor and editor for a publication.
Yeah.
For any music publication.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see you going for that because I
That's
mean,
the ultimate. Yeah.
yeah, you got the right idea about networking and creating those circles and creating those relationships to get in the door. Oh, got another one for you. All time favorite rap album, favorite rap artist.
Jay-Z, my favorite rap artist ever in life. Um, my favorite rap album, Reasonable Doubt, easily probably my favorite rap album.
Why did I think you
That's
were gonna say Kanye?
I love Kanye.
Yeah, I know.
Um, no, I don't know. There's just something about Jay Z. I think because I am a writer and I identify a lot more with lyrics and lyricism, and I mean you can dissect Jay Z songs for days. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like there are songs that I've heard 100 times, and every time I'll find something that I hadn't heard before. So I respect that. I mean I respect artistry in general, but
yeah,
actual writers, I mean you can't beat that.
absolutely, absolutely. You gotta love the MCs and the lyricists.
Oh yeah.
Any advice for people, up and coming bloggers, people trying to break into, blogging about music or just online writing in general?
I think probably to just understand that it's a process and that I mean you're gonna work for free for a really long time. You're gonna work for free for a couple years. I mean, don't even expect anything. Just put your name out there as much as possible. But also
Mm-hmm.
for like music bloggers, be really really careful who you co-sign because that carries a lot of weight.
Yep,
Like I would say, just respect your craft in general and don't write something that you don't want to write about someone that you don't care for. I think that's really important.
definitely, definitely great advice. I think that could be used in all facets of life, but
Yeah.
definitely good in this category too. Okay, what's your favorite sandwich to eat when you're hungry, when you're really, really starving? What kind of sandwich does Jordan eat?
Chicken sandwich. That's actually my favorite meal of my entire life. Like if that was my last meal, it would be like a chicken sandwich and French fries.
Grilled chicken?
Grilled chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
I had that for lunch. I'm not proud of it, but
Okay, so let people know where they can find you, how they can keep in touch or book you, and different things like that.
well, I'm heavy on my Twitter. So Twitter is underscore Briggy Smalls. And I have my website up and running. It's www.briggsjordan.com. But my name's spelled a little funky, so it's like Jordhan.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's okay. I'll put it at the end and spell it.
Yeah, I think those are probably the best ways to reach me. On my website, I have like all my links, like my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Vine,
You're
whatever
everywhere. Oh my
else. I'm on
gosh.
everything.
Check you out.
Nobody wants to see my face that many times, but I'm on all of
All
them.
right. Well, I mean that's about it. That's about all the questions that I have. Is
That's
there
all.
anything else you want to say
Um,
out there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Trying to think, but no, I don't think anyone's ever interviewed me for anything ever. So
But doesn't it feel good though?
Yeah, I'm like, who want to know what I think?
People do, trust me, people do.
People
You're
do.
doing your thing. Like I'm very, very proud. I'm watching, like, you're doing big things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That was Jordan Briggs in my first Blogger to Blogger interview. So thanks for watching.
Pow pow. Yeah.
Because, it's
Hold
so
on, real
hard.
quick. It just started pouring, and my window's open.
Oh. I don't want Giles to get wet.
That's my workout right there.
Trying to close all the windows. I love this. This is great. Gotta love the bloopers.